Is Favre okay in this position, Jan? Can he handle it?
Well, I think he can handle it, but I think that you can be a bit found out. I think what we saw against Augsburg, and you saw some of the young kids, your kid, Reina, our kid, Haaland, they were the one who were fighting, battling, and these are young kids. And Augsburg just showed what a mental, strong, physical team they were in that game. And if Dortmund gets found out, I mean, that is bad timing for Favre. Do I think that he will sit there next season? I am not sure. I just got a feeling that someday that Nagelsmann will be the coach there.
From a coaching perspective, Jürgen, how do you handle what we saw happen to Borussia Dortmund against Augsburg, where pretty much they were bullied out of the game?
Well, for a coach, it's always a very difficult task, obviously, to grow a team over a certain time period in making it a contender, to win trophies. And if you have such talented young players like Dortmund has coming through the ranks, especially we obviously from a US side, we are watching Giovanni Reina so closely. You wish that there's a group growing now, probably already with a kind of a leader with Haaland, that is for his age unbelievably mature. Then these type of youngsters, they need to start believing into winning trophies, and that's why I think it was a very crucial moment today, because these kind of mental games that you face off with your biggest rival Bayern Munich, who obviously now the last couple of months did incredible things, those mean a lot. Now going back to Dortmund now as a losing team, it's not good for the growth of the youngsters, because these youngsters, they need to have the feeling that, okay, they can do it, but sooner or later you got to do it. So it's a very, very big missed opportunity today, and for Favre as well. I mean, also as a coach, you are measured over time with trophies. So yeah, it's sad to see that they didn't take that chance today.
And the concern I would have from a Dortmund's fan point of view, Jan, is the fact that these players aren't going to be sticking around forever. Jadon Sancho, we know, will be here for the rest of the season, probably gone afterward. Haaland as well, you would expect to move on at some stage. These kids aren't going to be there for the duration. Big picture, you need something done, don't you, quickly from a Dortmund perspective, if you're going to win trophies with these kids.
Exactly. It looks like a young dream team, and they're doing ever so well. But you're like Jürgen said, you are measured on trophies. And you had a look after the game today, and you saw the enjoyment of Alphonso Davies, the rookie of the year in the Bundesliga. Now he got 5 trophies. And you can imagine when these guys, they meet at different events, or some of them meet Sancho or whatever, meet up with his teammates somewhere else in Liverpool. They're winning trophies all the time. And then the Dortmund players got to say, well, we play good football. That is not good enough in the long term. And the Dortmund coaches know this, and they have to keep the players, and you just keep them to have them winning trophy and giving them self-confidence through winning trophies.
How do you do that, though, Jürgen? How do you change that mentality?
Well, it's a process that the whole team is going through over time, and it's a culture that is developed, and I think their role model is really Bayern Munich, because Bayern Munich over the last 30, 40 years developed a culture of extreme hunger, of extreme determination. Even if they play maybe here and there a bad game, they're gonna win at the end of the day. So. You grow your core group and you make your core group as strong as you can, and I think the core group at Dortmund is changing at the moment. They are in a transition there with obviously with Haaland being a young leader there, with Giovanni Reina coming in, with other youngsters that really try to kind of now be the face of their club. The older players such as Matthias Hummel, for example, they are there, they give stability, but the real leaders are already the younger ones. So in order for them to grow as fast as possible and as successful as possible, they obviously need to be on the field all the time. They need to get used to a rhythm playing basically every 3-4 days, because that's the rhythm of a so-called Champions League player. There is at the end of the season you play 55, 60 or even 65 games, and you got to get used to that. So So this is the task for a coaching staff, to decide then at the end of the day, who do we give the faith to? Who do we give the belief to that they can go really every 3-4 days? And we don't have to necessarily rotate them, because if you look at the biggest clubs in the world, they barely rotate their top 8, 9, 10 players. There might be a change, 1 or 2, but that's it then. And this is the delicate job for the coaching staff at Dortmund this year.
From a Bayern perspective, obviously they suffered losing at home against losing at Hoffenheim at the weekend after that Supercup defeat. Could we see history repeats itself on Sunday when they take on Hertha Berlin? Jurgen, do you think we could see that tiredness once again kick in?
Well, there will always be moments where, they maybe have a bad day, or the opponent has a really, really good day. There are days where you can beat Bayern Munich. But what Bayern Munich carries in themselves is just this inner hunger, but also this sense of responsibility that when they have a bad game, they make sure that the next one is a good one. So they kind of correct each other. The players are always driven to go to the next game. So I expect now the next game taken very seriously by Bayern Munich. And then they go for another title in the Bundesliga. So it's part of their culture. It's just the way they live it day in, day out, and that's why they are at the moment the number 1 team in the world.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube, and for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app, and for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.